Brother Luke.
Brother Ricardo.
I was just saying there are a few things that are constant in this world. God is faithful. The sun will rise. I'll eat too much dessert, and we will talk during Share-a-thon.
We will talk once a year. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Share-a-thon call of the year, Rick. I mean that sincerely. I'm not even just saying that.
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Me too, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I mean, look, it's been quite a year since we chatted.
Yes.
I actually think the last time that we spoke, I was working on painting my kid's room last year, and I don't know if I said it, but I had COVID at that time.
Oh,
and so, it's been a strange year and a half for us all, but obviously grateful to be where we are. It's not to, obviously everybody's gone through a crazy amount, but I hope that we're learning through it. God's faithful, as you said, and
yes.
I think He's teaching us in the midst of some difficult trials.
Absolutely. And I love what you said about learning through it, because I remember a friend of mine when I was walking through a particularly challenging season of my life, he said this comment to me. He said, "Don't waste the pain." And by that, we can wish ourselves through things and we can hope to get past certain things. But like you alluded to, the Lord is definitely teaching us if we're willing to learn in the midst of all sorts of hardships. So let's not waste the pain, right?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and you had vocal surgery on top of that this year. I remember texting you the day that you went into surgery, and you said you can't talk, and we had a couple of jokes back and forth about that. But is everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still a little bit of a work in progress, but for the most part, it is. I actually had an appointment on Tuesday where the vocal therapist said you've officially graduated your vocal therapy.
Yay.
So that basically means they don't hear anything that is of a concern. Is there still, just like when you go rehab an ACL, is there still room for strength? Oh, of course. But as we sit, they're happy with how things are, where we stand, and
nice.
And away we go.
All right. Let's see. Let's talk Dove Awards for just a second. Artist of the Year. That's the big one, man. That's the mountaintop. And first of all, I have to say, again, from the bottom of my heart, man, knowing you and the industry, it is fitting that you and Joel won this. I mean, you are continually pushing the boundaries of production and cinematography and diversity, accessibility. I mean, doing all these things without compromising on the mission of declaring Jesus to the world. And I just, bravo, brother. I'm proud of you, if I can say that. I mean, just really love what you guys are doing.
Oh, you're too sweet. Look, you're, of course you can say that you're proud of me. You're someone who, we often joke, we don't get to see each other face to face more than once every probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, a
is
couple
probably
of years.
Our trend at this point.
Yeah.
But you knew me as a child, and I've often said that it's very, very difficult to go and acquire new old friends.
How
It's
true.
just not easy to do. You just have to have time. And so, yes, when somebody that has, you're a man who has, you're doing the good hard work. You've raised kids. You've gone through. You've sustained a marriage. You've gone through that. I mean, people discredit the things that actually matter are a lot of the things that nobody sees. But those are the things I want to be good at. I want to be good at the things that reflect faithfulness. I want to be good at the things that reflect my wife knows she's loved. I want to do the things that say that my children want to follow their father, not because their father's just this perfect person, but because they see that Jesus has affected him and they want to walk similarly.
Yes.
Those are the things that matter to me. And so when you say those things, then massively encouraging.
Well, and your acceptance speech, I think, reflects that, because this is going to be a rough paraphrase, but one of the things I remember from the speech was the fact that at the conclusion you said, in essence, that you and Joel and the rest of the team for King and Country are rooting on the rest of the industry, that you are for them. And I just love that. And something like an award ceremony where there's a winner and there's a bunch of other nominees. I mean, that's the platitudes are nice, but I know that you're cheering on the rest of those men and women who have devoted their life and their skills and their talents to bringing glory to Jesus through music. And it just reflects your character, brother. So bravo.
Oh, I appreciate you saying. I've always found award shows very strange because I like to think that the things the church should be doing are the things that reflect heaven.
Amen.
And you don't see, I think that up in heaven you're going to say, oh, Peter, you've really stepped up your game as my favorite disciple over the last few centuries. We're going to put you a little bit closer to Jesus. It doesn't really work like that. But I've come to the conclusion that those opportunities are, because at the end of the day, this is, an award show is invented by man, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I've seen God use all sorts of random situations. So why can't I use an award show?
Yeah.
So, it's, you don't sign up to do radio because you're trying to get, morning show of the year or afternoon show of the year or whatever it is. But you're doing it because you love it, because you feel the pleasure of God when you do it. Man, that's our hope. I never signed up to do, things for an award show. I did it because I loved it, because I felt God in it. That's always the hope. And look, your words are very, very kind. But I am rooting on for other people.
Yeah.
Because I want people to go on and do far greater things than I could. Because if they're doing far greater, then I know that God's impacting people left, right, and center, and that's an amazing thing.
Hallelujah. Luke from For King and Country is with us here on the Share-a-thon. Brother, as you know, these are our birthday days here at the radio station. We're 43 years. Luke, that's
how long have you been there, Rick? How long have you been there?
I've been here since '83, so
oh my goodness,
38 of those years. That's crazy.
Look at that! So you are the radio station. You deserve like the Medal of Freedom or something.
I'm just thankful, like you. I'm just thankful that the listening audience has allowed me to be along for the ride, because man, it's totally the faithfulness of God and the generosity of His people that continue to support the mission. And like I've told others, man, as long as we have the Lord's blessing, we'll move forward. But if we ever sense that we're no longer able to bring Him honor, then I'd just soon lock the doors and move on. But in the meantime, we're very thankful that the Lord seems to have given us a mandate to move forward. And before I let you go, Luke, just if you could share maybe, I don't know, either as a performer, as an artist, or maybe as a listener to radio, is there a memory that sticks out to you about how significant radio has been to you?
Well, I think I'll say this. When we first came to America, we came with nothing, and we were sleeping on beds made out of clothes. Our little sister didn't have any way to be born in a hospital at the time. We didn't have food a lot of the times. It was real tight and really difficult there for a while.
Yeah. We
didn't have a car. What's hit me now as an adult, Courtney and I, we got 4 kids of our own. I tell that story kind of lightheartedly and like, oh, that was part of our story. But these were my parents going through these things. These are real. Yes. This is a real situation. It was a real scary situation for them. And if it wasn't for the generosity of Americans, if it wasn't for the generosity of people like yourself, Rick, people like the people that are listening, we wouldn't be here. And I think it's very, very similar in the situation for a radio station. If it's not for people that are listening, the radio station doesn't exist. And one thing I will say, people need music more than ever, especially when it's got this the heartbeat of God wrapped around it. Because you know what you do during a pandemic when you're sad? You listen to music that gives you hope. Yes. You know what you do when things aren't going well? You got to figure out a way to turn this in. And look, music changes the atmosphere. I don't know why. I don't know why God chose to use music like that, but it's just the way it is. So, to anyone who's listening, I implore, be a gift to others by supporting something that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the generosity of the people listening to K-Light.
Thank you so much, brother.
It's always a pleasure. And look, at the end of the day, I'll be insulted if I don't get a call once a year to get to chat with you, Rick. It's always you're a dear treasure and a very good man. And look, good men are hard to come by at times, and you're one of them. And we're grateful for you.
Thanks, Luke. God bless you, my friend. Say hi to your folks for me.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Yeah, and what Luke says is true. We do tend to support the things that we value. And if the radio station's presence in your life has been of value to you, over the past 12 months, and you would like to see that value continue into 2022 and maybe even beyond for future generations, now's the time that we encourage you to support us here on the Share-a-thon. So the telephone numbers are 269-2022 or 269-2023, and operators are standing by while we listen to Luke and his brother Joel for King and Country with Relate at 98.7 K-Light.